We're under a KREM 2 weather impact alert with another round of snow on the way that's likely going to impact the morning commute.
An epidemic across America. Fentanyl hits home after a local toddler reportedly overdoses. Tonight, those fostering change and those fighting for change share their thoughts.
And a last-minute change, why Idaho's lieutenant governor made his way to the Panhandle today instead of Governor Little, and what he told the Coeur d'Alene Chamber during his visit.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin tonight in the middle of a KREM 2 weather impact alert. This morning brought round 1 of snow in the inland northwest, but round 2 is coming. The snow started falling last night, then of course it continued through the early morning hours today.
Here's a look at the conditions across Spokane today from the South Hill to the Valley to North Spokane. Most places got about an inch or two. Some places in North Idaho, though, like the Silver Valley, got even more snow. So we are staying on top of conditions. As Whitney mentioned, round 1 happened this morning, round 2 moving in tonight.
Turning now to Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo as we kind of understand exactly what we're expecting tonight. Jeremy?
That next round of snow has already made its way into parts of the Palouse and the southern Panhandle, so we're talking more snow. I think you can go ahead and kind of double what you got already if the snow is not already falling. If it's already falling, good luck. You're getting a lot. Temperatures, 22 degrees. We knew today would be much colder. We have that steady push. It's a cold air injection. Oh, you gotta love cold air injection. It turns a lot of precipitation that would otherwise be rain into snow, and this time we're getting a lot of it. All right, 1 to 3 inches of snow below 4,000 feet. That's your purple shaded areas, the winter weather advisories. 4 to 8 inches of snow above 4,000 feet. You move into the pink shaded areas, your winter storm warnings. That includes 4th of July Pass, Lookout Pass, the Silver Valley. 5 to 8 inches of snow above 2,000 feet, and look at Pullman and Moscow. You are in on that. Widespread snow, and it's already coming down. Quickly making its way off to the north. I thought it'd hold off here in Spokane for a little while longer, but I don't believe that is the case. It is quickly moving in, and as it does so, expect it to take over. I think it's pretty steady from, say, 7 p.m. until about 4 a.m. tomorrow. We're looking at a decent amount of snow. Another shot arrives tomorrow evening, and then Thursday morning, another wave. We are not done with this yet, but here it is. Tomorrow, 27 degrees, and I think when it's all said and done, we're talking a decent amount of snow, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches here in Spokane. I think it's going to be on the upper end of that as well.
All right, sounds good. Jeremy, thank you very much. We will continue tracking the forecast as the next round of weather moves in.
So be sure to join us for KREM 2 News at 10 and 11 tonight as well for the latest forecast.
We are tracking new information tonight in the case of the 2-year-old child who was rushed to the hospital after overdosing on fentanyl. It happened over the weekend at a hotel on North Argonne Road.
KREM 2's Christian Garza has been digging into this story all day. He's live in the newsroom tonight with what he has learned. Christian?
That's right. The mother appeared in court yesterday and is facing 2 different charges. One is endangerment with a controlled substance, and the other is providing false or misleading statements to a public servant. On February 1st, law enforcement deputies were called to the Silverstone Inn and Suites for an unresponsive child. According to the affidavit of facts, when deputies got there to the scene, a woman was holding her 2-year-old child. The affidavit says the mom told deputies she found the child holding a spoon she uses for fentanyl. That's when she administered 2 cans of Narcan to the child.
But fentanyl isn't the only problem here.
At the most recent county commissioner meeting, Spokane County Medical Examiner Dr. Veena Singh updated the board on the rise of overdose deaths in the area over the last 6 years and how fentanyl plays a part in these deaths.
In 2023, 5% of all deaths in Spokane County were due to overdoses. We're still finalizing the numbers for 2024, but the trend does continue upward, as you see.
Dr. Singh says in 2023, there were 301 overdose deaths in the county. In 2024, that number grew to 341 deaths. The medical examiner says in 2025, we are on track to meet or exceed that number with 30 overdoses in the first 31 days of this year.
Using the latest numbers we have for 2024, fentanyl was detected in about 78% of accidental overdoses in 2024.
Our goal is to walk alongside parents in this difficult journey of parenting and support them through that process.
Amy Vega, the executive director of Vanessa Behan, which is a 24/7 crisis nursery, tells me that while every family's journey is different, there are resources and programs here locally to lean on, not just for the children in the area, but for the parents as well.
Because nobody willingly goes into substance misuse saying, I want to be an addict, right? People stumble and fall into it. And so how do we support the parent? Well, we're also supporting the child because our ultimate goal is to keep those parents and that child together.
The mother of the child is set to be back in court on February 19th for her arraignment. According to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, her son is in stable condition and is expected to recover. In the newsroom, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.
Christian, thank you very much. Today, the U.S. Senate Judiciary Committee held a hearing on the fentanyl crisis.
Senators heard from a drug victim advocate, a researcher, and a mother who lost her son to fentanyl.
Today marks another month that my son, Devin Joseph Noring, was taken from my family at the age of 19. Well before he ever got the chance to really begin life. You see, Senators, that is how parents like myself now measure time. He had been suffering from blackout migraines and dental pain that he'd been under doctor's care for. And at the height of the pandemic, those appointments were canceled, and we believe Devin was desperate by any means necessary to treat the pain.
A large focus of that hearing was to consider fentanyl for a class rescheduling to make it a Schedule 1 narcotic instead of Schedule 2. However, some senators also suggested action against social media, as users often sell and buy the substance through online venues. Others focused on border concerns, pointing a finger at migrants bringing drugs into the country.
Developing news tonight, Lewiston police reporting the death of a 36-year-old woman.
Police responded to the 400 block of Park Avenue for shots fired. That was this morning. They say they found a woman dead at the scene. An injured man was also discovered at the scene and hospitalized. Authorities are now investigating, and if you know anything, you're asked to please call the number there at the bottom of your screen.
We have learned the man accused of shooting and killing a Spokane teen had his bond reduced after his first appearance yesterday. A judge had originally ordered 25-year-old Glenn Dylan Berkey's bond set at $3 million, but reduced it to $2 million. Berkey faces 3 felony charges, including second-degree murder related to the killing of 13-year-old Gavin Looper.
Covering North Idaho tonight, you could soon start paying more for natural gas and electricity if Avista gets its way.
Avista filed a multi-year rate plan with the Idaho Public Utilities Commission. In it, Avista writes that rate increase would allow it to, quote, recover costs for fixed expenses and ongoing investments in infrastructure, technology, and more. It means if you have an electric bill right now of $104 per month, your bill would then jump to roughly $120 per month. If your gas bill is $61 a month, it would increase to about $67 per month. If approved, the new rates go into effect in September. Also in Idaho tonight, a lawmaker from Coeur d'Alene introduced a bill that would limit who can receive an absentee ballot. Our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press report that Republican Representative Joe Alfier told the Idaho State Affairs Committee the bill's purpose is to prevent fraud. Right now, any registered voter in Idaho may request an absentee ballot. However, this bill would limit who can be mailed an absentee ballot. It would include active duty military members or those experiencing an illness or disability, among other things. You can read more about this bill on our website. Just head to KREM.com. Well, does the wage gap run deeper than just wages? We'll break it down in just 13 minutes.
And before we go to break, we are reminding you to tune in to KREM 2 Plus tonight. Starting at 7 o'clock, we are debuting Recovering After Tragedy. That's the story of Jake and Jamie Highland. Then another new special, Eagles over Coeur d'Alene, tracking their current numbers in North Idaho and the birders who watch them. And at 7:30, join us for a Black History Month report on Black wealth. All of this free on our streaming app, KREM 2 Plus.